Hello. This is going to be a video tutorial of how to install my multi-drone wind turbine coverage framework. I'll go through the steps one by one and show on the computer how to get it working. So to start off with, we need to get ROS2 Humble. So ROS2 Humble is quite easy to get working. On this computer, I'm running Ubuntu 22.04. So try to match it. You need to match that to get my software working as is without making further modifications. So yeah, we'll just go through these steps. I'll put a link in the description with the address, web address for this, the ROS2 documentation. We'll get the big version. So now we'll get the dev tools. Awesome. That's ROS2 installed. So ROS2 is as we want it now. Now we move on to the Omniverse and Isaac Sim. So we need Omniverse. Deprecating their launcher. So that's something we're going to have to deal with eventually. But for now, we will get the launcher as normal. Okay. Oh, forget these. Is it plus X? Omni. Oh, there we go. Error loading libfuse requires fuse to run. Okay. Fuse. I'll try again. What was that? I was just talking about some depreciation. Okay, so you're going to want a Omniverse account as well. So I'll just put in my Omniverse details. Okay, so Isaac Sim's installed. That's good. Let's deal with it. Cool. So we've extracted Isaac Sim. Now we can go in here, and I need to remember how this works. I think to start, to make sure this works, it's a shell. So I will do isaac-sim.sh, and hopefully Isaac Sim will launch, which seems to be exactly what's happening. Okay, as you can see now, we've got Isaac Sim working, which is what we wanted. Let's load an example. Hopefully it won't take too long. I mean, it takes ages. Oh, there we go. Nice, good stuff. So we've proved Isaac Sim is working. Got it installed, and next is the installation of Pegasus Sim. So Pegasus Sim here. I'll put a link down below to the GitHub repository. Okay, so now we have Isaac Sim installed, we need to install Pegasus Sim. This is the Pegasus Sim docs, so we can follow these steps. First, I want to add these to the bash RC. So we'll do that now. We'll nano bash RC, and we want to copy these and put these at the end. But they're going to need a bit of modification because our Isaac Sim isn't in the same place. So let's sort that. Isaac-sim, and ours is in documents. I think it's applications. Applications Isaac Sim. Okay, cool. So we will try that. Source the bash rc, and now if we do Isaac Sim, let's try Isaac Sim Python. Awesome, that seems to be working as expected. So let's carry on. Just check out this. Yeah, this is going. Okay. So now we know Isaac Sim is working. We want to get Pegasus Sim. We're in applications, that's good. So we want to do this. I should make this stick around. So let's make this always on top. And then we'll git clone Pegasus Sim. Awesome, there we go. We've got a Pegasus Sim. And it's there like it should be. So now we can follow these steps. We'll do Isaac Sim, launch up Isaac Sim. And here it is. And we want to go into extensions. Just move this a little bit out of the way. Third party, and we are after Pegasus. Which actually, here it is. Okay. This is the point though. No, want to do it like that. We don't want to, because we've already got Pegasus Sim on our computer now. So rather we want to add an extension, a local extension. So let's do that. And our Pegasus, check this. Pegasus Sim extensions, okay. Oh dear. There we go. So, in here we want to do home, my directory, documents, applications, Pegasus Sim, and extensions. Double check that's all okay, because it's probably not. Pegasus Simulator, Simulator. Oh, whoops. And extensions without a capital. There we go. And now we've got this. Awesome. Oh, something happened. What happened? Is that because did this crash? Did I do some crash? Looks like it did. Okay. Local Isaac Sim. And let's try sourcing Ross first, because it was complaining about that. And hopefully that might resolve that issue. But we'll find out. Okay, so extensions, third party, user, and we want our Pegasus, which is here. We turned that on. Oh, that didn't seem good either. What's going on? What's the issue? I don't know. Doesn't seem to mention any specific issues. Oh no, it's turned on. Okay, so Pegasus Sim is working now, which is fantastic news. Now, Pegasus Sim wants PX4 autopilot. We don't have PX4 autopilot yet, so that's what we need to do next, is get PX4 autopilot. Now, I don't think this actually, this is, here we go. Okay. And install as a library. Yes, we do want to do this. We want to install Pegasus Sim as a library for Python. That's very important for us. So let's do so. Yep, we're running this in the right place. We're running it in the directory containing the Pegasus Simulator directory. We'll run that. And now we need to install PX4 Autopilot. So let's do that. We'll go through the steps. Yes. And then pip install all of these dependencies. There we go. And now we want to go back. Yep, applications will be fine. And we are going to clone PX4 Autopilot. And there we go. That's PX4 Autopilot cloned. So we will just go back here again. Now we do this. And hopefully it'll work. We'll see. And now we want to make sure that this is pointing in the right place, which it currently is not. So we want it to point at documents, and then applications, and I think NSPX4 autopilot. We will just double check that. Documents, applications, PX4 autopilot, exactly that. So I can do that, and now if I load scene, it will load a scene, and then we will boot in load a single drone. Tell me that's not giving me an error. That's not giving me an error. That's good. And hopefully, we will have a drone appear very shortly. There we go. And we got a little drone. Not completely certain about whether PX4 worked, but it should have. This is auto launch. Okay. Now we go back to here. Yes, we need Q ground control. So check. Maybe we should get Mavros first. So we'll just install Mavros. But I would suggest getting this. Currently, the documentation suggests using sudo to install Mavros. I'm going to do this for the sake of the tutorial at the moment, but in actuality I would suggest cloning Mavros, so you can modify it, strip it back because it can become quite computationally heavy. But for the sake of this tutorial, I will just install it as we have here. Now we've installed PX4 Autopilot, we need to install Mavros. Following our tutorial on GitHub, currently says use sudo apt-get. You can do so, that will work. However, it's less modifiable. We want to modify our Mavros to be lighter weight because we're not using all of the functionality. So what I am going to do instead is I'm going to go to the Mavros GitHub. Let's do so. Mavros GitHub. And in here, ls cd documents, ls, and we're going to want to make a directory called ros ws and cd into ros ws, and mkdir source cd source, and now we're going to want to git clone Mavros into here. Grand, there we go. So we now have Mavros. Let's source, install local setup bash, and if we do ros2 run, and we see what we've got access to in here somewhere, maybe a bit further down, will be hopefully Mavros. There we go. That's exactly what I want to see. Now in Mavros, we will want to change a few files. decides to work. Okay, so some of these we don't actually want. So I think we don't want that, we don't want that. We want that, we don't want that, we don't want that, we don't want that, we want that, don't 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 want that. There we go. And now we go into cd mavros extras or mavros extras, and we're going to do the same thing, and we don't want any of these, so we'll do that. Otherwise Mavros is just quite heavy, so this saves us from that. Obviously for your modifications, if you do need any of these, you can bring them back. And we'll call build again. Ooh. Source no targets given to Mavros. Ah, okay. Let's turn back on, say, what's the one? Playtune. Colcon build. Fantastic. So that's Mavros set up. And now we need Q crown control. So you can just get that from here. Oh, or not. Q ground control. So what's going on with this then? We have an issue. This seems correct, this seems correct, this seems correct, this seems correct. So I don't know what exactly happened there. Let's see, UAV multi-system launch. Nope, that's what it should look like. I don't know what happened before, but that's okay now. You have a little problem with Q ground control just being in the wrong location, but that's no massive issue. We can now launch that. No such file or directory. Oh. Oh no, that's a pain. Okay. Little hiccup in here. This needs to c.c/m. And this isn't in applications. Where is Q ground control now? I think it's in downloads at the moment. We can put it in applications. Let's put it in applications. So we'll stick it just there. Save this and try once again. Package not found Mazros. What? Should have found Mavros. Ah, it's not even finding this. Home, address, documents, applications is not applications, it's software, isn't it? Documents, software, and in here this shouldn't be applications, this should be software. Okay, so this is what the UAV system launch looks like for me. I will now try running this again. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Ah, we haven't sorted out geographic lib. Okay. Okay, I've managed to resolve the issue with geographic lib. So, the way I went about doing this to get Mavros working is I first ran sudo apt install ros humble geographic messages, followed by installing lib geographic dev, which I already have installed now, so that's fine. Then we also needed geographic lib tools, and then finally, once you've got all those, you can run the sudo. You can sudo run. Oh wait, where is it? Yeah, the wget the Mavros script for install geographic lib datasets, or you've already got it installed in, downloaded even, in the Mavros directory. Following that, you can then just run that script. I've already done so, and it's got all the geographic lib datasets, so that's all sorted now. So now, if we go to session, there we go, that's more like it. I'll wait a few moments for it, for Isaac Sim to load. Our drones are in, that's That's good stuff. That seems to be good. And now if I run this, hey, it seems to be working. We can confirm it's working by opening, getting ROS running, humble setup bash, and now we do ROS2 topic list, and we should see, yeah, the topics for our drones. At the moment, because we haven't modified the Mavros launch file, it's only with 2 drones, so those 2 are connected, the others aren't at the moment, but that's fine. And if I run parallel, it will say, package offboard control not found, but that's fine because we haven't actually built um, our framework yet. So yeah, we need to build our ROS packages. So let's do that now. We want to go to ROS2 workspace in here, and it's as simple as source opt-ROS humble setup bash colcon build. Oh, yes, of course. We need to source Mavros as well. So dot. It is ROS2 install local setup bash, and if we do that again, now we need to source install source dot. No, it should be here. Install local setup bash. And do it a final time. Or not. It doesn't like the offboard interfaces. Let's see. What's the way? Colcon build. The way to select packages. Colcon build. Select package. Package select. So on that. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Colcon build package select. And we specifically want offboard control interfaces. Cool. Now source install local setup bash, and we'll do colcon build all of them again. Geographic libconfig. It's interesting. Okay, I'll go and have a look, see why this might be happening. Okay, so I've managed to get that fixed. I asked ChatGPT and came up with this building geographic lib from source, and on doing that I've tried rebuilding using rebuilding in here, just colcon build, and now I'm getting only a few little errors, but nothing terrible, so it's managed to build successfully. So from here I'll CC back ls UAV system launch. Good stuff. And now hopefully that runs. And now maybe. What's this? What's this? Cannot open shared file, no such directory. Oh dear, okay, that's fine. We'll see what the issue is. Kill session. ls./parallel source install in ROS to install local setup bash parallel. Cool. So we are getting a no such file or directory error for geographic lib. Let's see. Let's see what we can find. Try that. Ah, that's good. File not readable. That is better. Maybe that's a permissioner issue. Let's ask ChatGPT to be safe rather than just messing around with permissions ourselves. Okay. Oh dear, 404 connection issue. ChatGPT doesn't always get everything correct. Maybe it might. Yeah, we can do that. If we can get a copy of that, we'll just have to find one. There might be one come along with our framework. Let's just make sure that we don't already have one. So it's EGM 96. EGM. No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. But okay, okay. Mm -mm. So it needs to go to user, local, share, glib, gids. That's there, but there's nothing in it. So maybe it's just wrong. Okay. Downloads. That looks reasonable. Extract. Just extract it here. Yep, that looks right. Pop this guy. Oh, we're gonna need to move this guy over terminal maybe. So copy this, but we're going to need to edit it. We just move. There we go, fantastic. And now, maybe, just maybe, cross our fingers, tidy up a bit. Nope, that's working now. That's what we just done. This one here. Nope, not that one either. That. This one will do. Parallel. Source dot dot ROS workspace install local setup bash. Why doesn't it like cd ROS? Oh, that does explain that. Anyway, it can't hurt to build it again. So colcon build, just to make sure. cd dot dot, and now we want to source this one. This one. Workspace install local bash. Hey, that's what we're looking for. Okay, that's good. That works. So, what did that involve? We had to install the geographic lib library as discussed earlier. However, and then we could run the install geographic lib data. However, it came through wrong by the looks of it, so we got one off the internet and moved that across to where it needed to be, namely where? Namely here. Where's here? In GeoIDs in the user local share geolib directory. So move that across, and now everything's running, which is fantastic. So from here, we will go software here.
Hold flight mode. Vehicle 2 hold flight mode. Vehicle 3 hold flight mode. Vehicle 4 hold flight mode. Vehicle 5 hold flight mode.
Okay, so that's all working now, and we'll launch the framework. We'll wait for ISOCSIM to load. now we'll launch Mavros. And then finally we'll launch PX4. Now that's all good. Now in Q ground control, we'll take off each of the drones manually. There we go. And as you can see in Isaac Sim, they're starting to take off. And we can stick them into off-board mode. So we put each one individually into off-board mode. And now we can see they're hovering just above the position they started at, and they will now be listening for any off-board poses and will enact those poses. In fact, the individual companion computers are being currently pinged with companion computers. Mavros topic for setpoint position global is currently being pinged over and over again with this position. And then once coverage starts, they can move off and do what they need to. So yeah, that's a simple tutorial on how to get this working. There might be some spots where I've missed some information. If you have any specific issues, please put a comment down below or send me an email, which my email address will be in the description, and I can help you with that issue. And yeah, thank you for listening.